Hey guys, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. This is going to be fun. Recently, a few folks have let me know that the older country stuff that I do, of course they grew up on it and they love it, and I love it too, but they're loving the independent artists that people haven't heard of as well. So I've been working to infuse more of the independent artists, and you guys know I've done a lot of independent artists and I love doing them. But I'm working in a sense, I don't know, I just have fun with it. Plus, the independent artists are more interactive with me because they're not on a world tour like Miranda or Alan Jackson or George Strait. You know, these folks, they just have people clawing at them all the time. But I really love the back and forth between the artists, and I love seeing you guys being able to interact with the artists when they do comment on the channel and stuff. That's just a fun part of the community that we have here, but it means a lot to me. So in that vein, I was talking with Brenda Lynn Allen, who I've reacted to a couple of her songs, and she's got her own radio show. It's an internet-based one, but it's got a nice following just outside of Nashville, about an hour south of Nashville. But anyway, it's a radio show, so anybody can access it online. And it's like keepingitcountrylive.com, I think is it. But nonetheless, Brenda Lynn and I go back and forth on artists and different things because she knows a lot as well. This is what she's been doing for a long time. And I said, give me an artist, Brenda Lynn, and that I could react to that maybe few people have heard of. So this is who she sent me. So I don't know this artist. I didn't ask Brenda Lynn anything about her. I don't want to know anything about the artist, almost anything about the artist. And I want to know virtually nothing about the song, just the title so I could post it. So that's beautiful. That's the name of the artist. And Kristin Larkin, I mean, the name of the song is That's Beautiful. Kristin Larkin is the artist. So Kristin, should you see this, I'm smiling because this just makes me happy. So let's see what Kristin's got, courtesy of Brenda Lynn Allen. Here we go. Happy feel because of the percussion.
I called my friend, she said it's back again. A lump they would like to look at anyway. She said I don't feel brave and I don't feel strong. But I look myself straight in the eye and say, I am not the pain, I am not the fight, I am not the thoughts that keep me up at night. I am not the fear, I am not the pull. I'm so much more, and that's beautiful. The worldly woes, they pack a heavy load, and sometimes it feels like there's no end.
Back.
So when the weight makes me speculate, well, I'll have to remind myself again that I am not the pain, I am not the fight, I am not the thoughts that keep me up at night. I am not the fear, I am not the pull. I'm so much more, and that's beautiful. Gotta find some peace of mind somewhere. Remember.
All right, I'm pausing. All right, in the beginning, it sounded like she got a call back, and I thought I heard the word lump, but some of the diction isn't quite clear to me. I mean, I initially envisioned like, oh my God, she got a call from a doctor's office that they found a lump. That's maybe I heard that in a sense. That's what happened to my mom. But all these negative things, but those aren't her. And that part I like. But I'm so curious to see where she goes with this, with the lyrics, because I love a good story. I love being drawn into trying to figure it out. All right, here we go.
For who we are, recognize what we are not.
Nice.
We are not pain. We are not fight. We are not thoughts that keep us up at night. We are not the fear. We are not cold. We're so much more, and that's beautiful. We're so much more, and that's beautiful.
Ooh, it's over. This song, she's a cross between Joni Mitchell and Bobby Gentry. I don't know how I put those two together, but that's kind of what came up. It's like the Oreo cookie, mush it all together, and there you have it. But lyrically, I mean, it sounds like Kristin is an existentialist. This song was existential. It was the nature of existence. We are not these things. This doesn't define us entirely. We're so much more. And she didn't even attempt to tackle what those things are, just left it out there. We're so much more. So if you're one of those people who thinks you are comprised of the thoughts that keep you up at night, you're more than that. Try looking for those things. Maybe that would get you out of the rut that you're in. You're not your pain. What else was it? You're not the fight, I think she said. But it also got me to thinking, the way she was depicting the various things that we deal with on a daily basis. I mean, we all deal with this, is that so much of life is about a regeneration of energy. And that might even be redundant, but certainly we run out of energy. We have to eat, we have to sleep, and there are different theories that evolutionary biologists have on why we sleep, or sharks don't sleep. What is the need for sleep? Why do we do that? Is a conservation of energy at night so that we don't have, because we can't hunt at night? Like all different theories, which you could agree with or not agree with. I just take them in. I look at the different schools of knowledge. But the existential side of things was sort of represented in this, that, okay, here are the things that we're not. We're not limited to these things. But what are we? We deal with these things. It is a part of life. But in our regenerative process where we want to have, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, well, that idea of happiness has gotten real good to us in first world countries, because especially America, which is arguably the most prosperous country in the history of mankind, that we almost look at it as a guarantee of happiness. And so if we're not happy, we're thinking something's wrong. Like the prosperity gospel that some preachers preach, that like if you're not happy, you're outside, or if you're not prospering, you're outside God's will. And I think that's a complete butchering of the idea of life, including that verse and its translation, without going off on that. But we're not limited to the negative things, though we deal with them. But we've got to come up with new sources of energy. We want to be happy, because notice when you're tired, I notice this about me, that when I get really tired, and I don't always know when I'm tired, because I'm high energy, high functioning, go, 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 go. I know how to chill and watch the ball games. Well, I get hyper during those too, but I do know how to chill and take time out and have a good sense of balance. But there are times where, for example, when I'm doing a lot of writing, I don't realize how tiring that is, because I get so energized by writing an article or parts of a book or whatever I'm writing, that I forget that is really tiring. The brain it's only about 3 pounds, which for a 150-pound person is 2% of their body mass, but it uses up roughly 20% of the human body's energy. So when you are so focused and pushing the brain's requirement for energy beyond that 20 to 30%, you're not feeling your biceps or triceps pulling from doing a workout, but you are using up your body's available energy and you need to sleep. And then when you get tired, you might have nights like she spoke about, what'd she say? Like, well, thoughts in the night that you get that keep you up at night, those kinds of things where you're like, oh my God, I'm going to pay the bill. How's my kid doing? What's going on here? How do those people think about me? Or did I make a mistake? Or, oh my God, whatever we think. But those don't define us. We're more than that. And I love the fact that she just summed it up with, and that's beautiful. That's artistic. That is artistic. That is a beautiful thing. And that's double entendre. But that's beautiful. I mean, she just left it at that. It's beautiful that we're more than that. I can't define it. It's the certain life is there's a certain je ne sais quoi, but we cannot define it. It's by its very nature. How do you define it? We can explain it, but to ourselves in some satisfactory or unsatisfactory measure, but it keeps going. So if Kristin wrote this, Kristin, you clearly have existential leanings in this song. Like, what is the nature of existence? You know what it's not in certain ways, but to try to figure out what it is, you'd have to go to guys like Kierkegaard and Sartre and folks like that who have thoughts on things, but you could agree or disagree with whatever they say. Same thing with me. One of the things that I would have liked to have seen or have done with this song in the post-production part of it was that your voice would be elevated and the music stepped back a little bit just so that I could hear your voice. You have a compelling voice. It's different. There's a raspiness to it. There's a talkiness to it, like Paul Simon, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, where he talks through it in like pieces. And in this song, you had that going on, and except toward the end where you carried the tune. But there's a breathiness. But I really would have liked to have heard more clearly the things you were saying when you were saying them. But otherwise, I was intrigued by this. And whenever I get a chance to, and I don't look for it, it just happens, to use the word existential, what is it, a pig in a somewhere, slop house. I don't know, just I'm happy. And having been a philosophy major at Rutgers, my alma mater, and criminal justice, but double major there. But the philosophical aspect of life, the thought content in life is fascinating. And I like the way you presented it. All right. I have a goofy smile on my face. So Brenda Lynn, I am going to come in with a 9.1. I love what she said. I loved what Kristin said. I love how she said it. It was just, the instrumentation was different. I like that as well. It had a folksy feel to it. We really couldn't pigeonhole this into any type. Maybe it'll be a new type. I don't know where Kristin lives, but maybe this will be a Cool Springs type instead of Nashville. I don't know. So there it is, folks. Thank you for that suggestion, Brenda Lynn. And we'll go from there. Hopefully Kristin will see this. My guess is she will. All right, folks, leave your comments for Kristin, for me, for whomever. And there you go. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country.